Alright everybody, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. So, the devs a couple days ago, I actually wasn't aware of this because I somehow missed it, being a Chucky man. The devs a couple days ago put on the forums asking for feedback on Chucky. What we like, what we hate, what we want changed, play as, play against, etc, etc. Farmer John did a video on it. I haven't watched it, I just know it exists. I haven't read anything in the forums. So, what I think we're going to do today, I'm going to give my own personal thoughts on what I want changed, and I have talked a little bit about this, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth than we usually do. And tomorrow, we're going to do a video going over some of the changes people have suggested. So I have talked to a few other Chucky players in the recent few days, and actually the past couple hours, so I do know a couple things, but no specifics. So, let's go into likes. Things I like about Chucky. I like the voice lines. However, it's going to be a theme of this video. However, I do wish there was a toggle to turn them off. I said this about Singularity, Pinhead, and Wesker as well. As much as I enjoy the voice lines, I know there's a lot of people who find them very grating and annoying after hearing them so much. So having some kind of slider or filter to turn them off, this also kind of goes into Alan Wake as well, and any voice character in these games. I think having a way to turn them off would be nice. Just a nice little quality of life thing. Other things I like him being in third person. I think it's very unique. It's great. I don't think it's too strong, and I think it means the survivors have to play a little differently at certain loops, particularly Shack, in a lot of the main buildings, because Chucky can see where you go at the door without you being able to see him, and I think it's just a nice little thing. However, I do understand it can be very difficult and annoying sometimes to play on the survivor side, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Dislikes. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get into the dislikes. Scamper is too good. Scamper is way too fucking good. It's too easy to do, it's too good, and even though the cooldown is 20 seconds, if the Chucky player fucks it up, it's just not... It just needs something. My suggestion has always been, once you scamper, just have the hard hat effect where you can't slice and dice immediately after. It's honestly the biggest issue with it. While there are some loops where you can kind of double scamper and get like an M1 hit, I don't think those are as concerning as the ones where you can scamper and then immediately slice and dice and get the hit, and there's nothing the survivor can do except hold W and run away. As much as I think that's counterplay to Chucky, I don't think it's good counterplay. I did the video on the counterplay a few days ago, and yeah, I even saying that, like, I know it's not the most fun or riveting, but it's counterplay. Next is the Hidey Ho mode. So, the base cooldown of Hidey Ho mode is 18 seconds. Technically it's 20, but 18 seconds. Which is way too long, in my opinion. It is way too long. I think 12 to 15 seconds would be fine, and if you wanted to lower the duration to compensate, I'd be perfectly okay with that. I think that's fine. Now, as for the whole Chucky being basically unseeable at some loops, I think we need to do this very carefully and take one thing out at a time and not do a bunch at once. But if we remove Scamper or make Scamper more fair and not as prominent or dominating, I think making it so the Hidey Ho mode not being as powerful is something that could be done. Now, this leads us on to Slice and Dice. So, Slice and Dice has a couple issues, and I think my biggest issue, other than the 180s, which I doubt we're ever getting back, if we do, Behavior, I fucking love you, but it'll probably never happen. I'm not gonna keep complaining about that. I would love to see some way to encourage people to go for the longer hits, because I know a lot of people tend to go for like the mid hits, and there are some loops because of the 90-degree thing where I don't even want to go for a slice and dice because I know I'm going to miss, I'm going to waste time, and I'm not going to be able to catch up. And I think that's the biggest problem with it. This also goes into fixing hitboxes, but listen, I'm going to complain all day about hitboxes on every killer in this game. It's just part of the code at this point. I don't really complain about it, so it's fine to me. Playing as him, though, I still think he's decently fun and unique, and I think that's the biggest issue, is that he was so unique at launch that it made him seem newer and like this hot thing, and then people started playing him, and then they got rid of the 180s, and now he's kind of generic and boring for both sides to a degree. I still have my fun with him, obviously, but I understand the criticisms on both ends. But as a Chucky player, I still think Scamper is too strong, and it's honestly the only thing I would change. And maybe compensate by making Hidey Ho mode have a 15-second cooldown rather than 20. I know it's only 5 seconds, but trust me, that shit adds up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Specific things I would change, because I know a lot of people probably aren't going to talk about like the specifics, like the add-ons or whatever. I would change Mirror Shards completely. It is a terrible add-on, and I really wish it was changed. I heard a suggestion from someone in my Discord to make it so when they step over the footfalls, their auras are revealed, and I think that's actually a cool idea. Rather than you being able to see them, just make it so when they step over them, their auras are revealed. Because that would also make Plastic Bag usable, because you'd know when they step on the footprints. Which is just nice. I think it's just a nice little thing. It would catch people at gens, sure, but it would mostly just be a nice little quality of life thing. Otherwise, I think all of his other add-ons are fine. I don't think there's a single other one. Like, Hard Hat, yeah, we all say it's bad, but, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, all those other add-ons are fine. The Browns feel brown, and technically Good Guy Dolls has a purpose. I'm gonna make a video on that, by the way, because I don't think people realize what the point of it is. It actually has a very good purpose, and it's a very good learning tool for new Chuckies. In any case, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, we're gonna do a video tomorrow where we actually go over what some other people's suggestions were. I'm not gonna go through all of the responses because there was a lot of them, from what I can tell. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious what the community has to say about Chucky. That's not just Twitter, because Twitter is an angry mob that gets mad at me for even suggesting he's a fun killer to play or play against in any way, shape, or form. Anyways, links are below. I'm not streaming that much right now due to IRL stuff. But I love you guys, and have a good one. And yeah, bye.